Natasha here, by the way, is my biggest diva, and I say this with all my love. I've seen this girl come into the Times of India, become this incredible vocal voice. She spends a lot more time with these ladies than I do, and they're terrified of her, which is great because she rules over them like a true diva. So she's really somebody that they kind of look up to and want to emulate.
The word is biggest. Biggest
No.
diva, yeah?
Rohit, unfortunately, is our one man who's had to deal with all the divas that he's created. Including the one that he puts in charge. So, you know, we have, as you can see, this is a family that's been there and you know, a relationship that's been there for years. And we're looking at building that, starting, of course, with this year in 2020 with Liva. But please, welcome, and I promise you, it's going to be a lot of fun. And yeah, so 19 years ago, 3 title holders, 3 winners that went out internationally, threw up a Hail Mary, and came home with 3 titles.
You know, I think the Times of India used that picture of yours where there's a teardrop falling right here and you're getting crowned as Miss Universe. And that picture, I can't forget, ever. So,
you know, but like you said, it's going to be 20 years. I feel like it was somebody else's life. I feel like that happened to somebody else entirely. Because you either move with the times or you just get stuck and stagnate. But yeah, I think, like you said, we say it every year, but how wonderful would it be for another title holder to come back?
God willing, fingers crossed. I hope this year marks it, and next year, of course, just a double whammy. I just hope that happens for us at Miss Universe, at Miss Supranational. Thank you so much, Lara, for being here. Seriously, it really means a lot. I want to pose a question to Rajiv. Rajiv, this is the first year with Liva, and I want to understand from you, why has Liva associated with Miss Diva?
Well, first of all, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you, Lara, and thank you, Times of India, for making us part of that family, and we are extremely excited.
You're welcome and always welcome.
Thank you. You know, brand Liva encourages the women of today to be uninhibited, unrestrained, confident, poised. These are perhaps the exact qualities that are required to be a Miss Diva. And I think this is a symbiotic relationship. And we really hope that this will go a long way.
We're hoping that too, sir. We're
Thank
hoping
you.
that too. You better make it happen again, okay? No, really, I think it's an amazing marriage and it's just a seamless fit. And the terminologies that we've seen the brand Liva hold, or the features that it has, it's completely a seamless fit with Diva. So thank you so much. Can we please give it up for Liva and Rajiv here, please? Rajiv, if you could, okay, could you pass the mic to Mr. Rohit Gopakumar as well? Hello, Rohit. How are you?
I'm sitting in office today.
Okay, it's really odd for me to call him Rohit because he's my boss. This beauty pageant of Miss Diva with the brand like Liva for you.
Good evening, people. Thank you so much on behalf of the Times Group to be part of this BestCon and also beginning of a new journey for us. Before I get into the importance of a partnership, what I would like to say, in my 26 years of career through media, I have never ever had a partner on any property of mine which rhymed like a poem. Liva, Miss Diva. Okay, so I think there itself we started off a very good, I think, partnership on a great note, because we couldn't have asked for somebody, you know, like a Liva kind of a brand to be partnering with us, especially somebody who's into new age, you know, garment, as I would call it, or the fabric, as I would call it. And I think we also are evolving ourselves, and I think this part of the journey also will be very good. So just tell you about partnerships. Success is built on partnerships. Throughout all our events, be it the group events like Filmfare, Mirchi Music Awards, we are in this for a long haul. You know, and for us, the travel, the distance is a lot. So some, you know, co-travelers, partners, we look forward to, they come to us because they also feel that their objectives are fulfilled. And during that journey, couple of years or maybe a decade, we would like the importance of partnership.
Thank you so much. Can we please give it up for Mr. Rohit Kumar? I'm going to request Rajiv to pass the mic to Shrishti, please. Shrishti, apart from the rhyming of Liva and Diva, before, of course, we throw the floor open for media questions, how does Liva complement Diva?
You know, good evening everybody. Natasha, it's good that you asked me this question because it's the thought that I've been carrying ever since we started talking about partnering. You know, Lara, you mentioned about 19 years. I think in the 20th year, it doesn't feel like this is the first year for Liva to come together. It is so much in the flow. Whatever we've seen with all these years and the girls, one spirit that unites every one of them is being fearless. Being fearless interpreted as living in their own flow. Living in the flow of the universe and not worrying about anything. Just being yourself. So I honestly feel that the compliment is so natural that it really doesn't feel like it's year one. And honestly, from our side, I think it's a partnership also which we intend to look at you know, for a longer time. And it's not just like one year knee-jerk sponsor kar diya ho gaya. It's a philosophy that I believe that will carry us forward and hopefully see us getting the title this year.
Great, thank you.
Hitting the ramp.
Years of practice. No, but I think, you know, to go back and rewind many years, I started modeling when I was 16 years old. So of course, every single time that you step on the ramp, even now, a lot of times we're asked to be showstoppers, but you're always nervous, and I think that little bit of butterflies in your stomach is great. I think it's fantastic. I don't ever want to lose that feeling, because it really keeps you just so in the moment, and I think that's the key. The key is about being right there, right now, enjoying it, playing it to the hilt, you know, rather than worrying about, am I going to fall, am I going to trip, am I going to win, am I going to, and enjoying yourself. I think for me, knowing that and experiencing it when I'm on stage or on ramp is the greatest time.
Wow, thank you. It's about living your flow, the mantra for this year with Liva as well. Please, anybody else with questions?
Hi,
Yes.
ma'am. So my question is for you. First of all, you look beautiful. And can we know 5 must-haves in your bag?
In my bag? Thankfully, it's changed. I would have had to say earlier that it was diapers and the milk bottle, but that's changed a little bit, thank God. So today, I would say, well, my wallet, which contains obviously my ID cards, pictures of my family, money, credit cards, very important to have. My phone that I can't live without, like all of us. The house keys, because my husband and my daughter are both going to be asleep by the time I get home and there's no one to let me in. A great lipstick, I think. If nothing else is on your face, you just throw on a mouth, you can rule the world. And number 5.
Is there a hidden picture of me anywhere?
Of course, there's a picture of Natasha. I carry it in a gilded gold frame in my handbag every day. It's a large picture, therefore I know
Large
large.
picture. Okay, thanks, Lara. Thanks for that.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. My question is for Rohit.
Any other questions? Can we please pass the mic?
Before we have a question, guys, I just want to address something. So over the years, every year, right? It's been 19 years since we won a Miss Universe title. Over the years, I'm asked one question the most. What is it that we're lacking? Why isn't India winning anymore? What is it that the girls don't have? Why aren't we bringing a title back home? You know what, I just want to say, as a former pageant winner, as a former title holder, I think as a country we've lost perspective. We've completely lost perspective. We had a golden period between the years of 1992 and maybe 2000, where we had a spate of winners from India who won a lot of international titles. But we forgot that the forerunners to that, the girls who started placing in the contest way before you actually had a winner, girls like Madhu Sapre, like Manpreet Brar, that started making the top 3 in pageants, those are women that to me were my mentors. Those are the women that paved the way. And do you know why they paved the way? Because they broke stereotypes. Because they answered questions. If anybody remembers Madhu Sapre's answer to her question, what would she want to do? What would she want to change within her country? She wanted to build a sports stadium, guys. She wanted to change the sport infrastructure in this country. That is my role model. You know, so regardless of what our girls are doing, whether they're bringing home a title or not, slowly by slowly, every single Indian representative that we send is changing the entire graph, is changing the entire narrative of how international pageantry is run. She is rewriting the rules. She's standing up there and answering questions in Hindi, or she's answering it in her mother tongue because she feels that that's how she is more expressive. Very, very slowly, change is being driven all across the world because of women who are fearless to do it. And to me, that is the honest victory. That is the true victory. That is a victory in a truer sense, where it's not benefiting one woman who's going to win a title and change her life. It's benefiting a generation of women that will come after her. And it's not easy, guys. The entire requisite of what is required by an international pageant holder changes constantly. That entire canvas is constantly being painted by the international pageant world. So it's not as easy as, oh, you know, we're sending a beautiful girl, she's not confident enough, she doesn't speak well. Or that, oh, India's sending somebody, of course we're going to come back, it's easy peasy, it's like drinking a cup of tea. It's not. You're competing against hundreds of other countries. And yet every single contestant who has left our stage and gone on to compete has completely rewritten what the girl ahead of her has done. So I honestly urge us, I know the media is watching today. Today the game for these girls is finished before it's even begun. Why? Because of social media. Social media today is so influencing that before your candidate can even get to whichever country she's going to participate, has already decided whether she's a winner or she's not. And if you think that that's not influencing a panel of judges that are going to come out and see those girls for the first time and pick a winner, you're mistaken. So these girls are dealing with an environment today that never existed when you had that golden era of winners that took place. So for God's sakes, people, stand behind your girl. Give her your support. If she's on social media, follow her and show her love, because we're more often than not, there are too many people willing to tear you down than build you up. So that is an honest, earnest request. Please come stand behind your candidate. Do